Sulumeti's life and works. His birth. Right Reverend Philip Sulumeti was born on August 15th, 1937 to Agnes Pronge and Mark Ijait Munyane in Kotur, Amkura, Catholic Diocese of Bungoma. He was baptized on 28th August 1937 by Reverend Father Bernard Rostron, Mill Hill Missionary in Amkura Parish. He received his first Holy Communion on 13th June 1947 and was confirmed on 20th October 1948 by Monsignor Philip Schaeffer. Education and seminary formation. He went to Amkura Primary School in 1947. After primary education, he joined St. Peter's Seminary Mkumu for secondary education from 1952 to 1958. In 1959, he proceeded to St. Mary's Gaba Seminary in Uganda for philosophical and theological studies. He studied philosophy from 1959 to 1960 and theology from 1961 to 1965. Ordination and priestly ministry. On 30th December 1964, he was ordained subdeacon in Kisumu Cathedral by Bishop John D. Ripper. Bishop John D. Ripper ordained him deacon on 29th June 1965 in St. Peter's Seminary, Mukumu, and was appointed to Musoli Parish. Bishop Sulumeti was ordained priest on 6th January 1966 in Amkura Parish by Bishop John D. Ripper. Following his priestly ordination, he took up appointment at Kaplong Secondary School and then at Shibuye Parish. In September 1967, he went to Rome for studies until December 1970, whereupon he graduated from Urbaniana Pontifical University with a doctorate in canon law. In 1971, he was appointed the diocesan secretary and at the same time the second vicar general of the Diocese of Kisumu. Episcopal ordination and ministry. On 20th August 1972, he received his episcopal ordination and was appointed the auxiliary of the Diocese of Kisumu from 20th August 1972 to 19th March 1976, after which he became the diocesan administrator of the same diocese. On 9th December 1976, he was appointed Bishop of Kisumu. He was to remain so until 27th February 1978, when the Diocese of Kisumu was split and the Diocese of Kakamega was created. Consequently, on 27th April 1987, The new Diocese of Bungoma was created from the split of the Diocese of Kakamega. Retirement. On 24th November 2012, the Holy See accepted the resignation of Bishop Philip Sulumeti, but asked him to carry on shepherding the Diocese of Kakamega until when his successor would be appointed. On 5th December 2014, Bishop Joseph Obanyisagwe was appointed as the second bishop of Kakamega, who was later consecrated on 7th March 2015. Sickness and demise. Bishop Philip Sulumeti enjoyed generally good health with manageable conditions which were well managed by doctors in Nairobi. However, he underwent 3 major operations. The first one in Nairobi Hospital in 1976. The second one in Rome after a burst appendix in 1994. In September 2010, he suffered a massive heart condition that required major heart surgery in Cape Town, South Africa, under Dr. Tom Mayhen. He was fitted with a pacemaker which has assisted him till his death. The late bishop has been faithful in his medical checkups and medication. And Dr. Robert Mathenge, whom the diocese wishes to thank immensely. Dr. Mathenge has been available 24/7, always responding to any call. We came to believe that in the order of obedience, Bishop Sulumeti obeyed God, then his doctor. At the beginning of July 2025, the late Bishop Sulumeti stumbled while in the house in Nairobi and complained of sharp pain on the hip. He was admitted in Nairobi Hospital, where it was resolved to have his hip replaced to facilitate faster healing and movement. After successful hip replacement, he was retained in the ward for some days while undergoing physiotherapy. He was discharged to continue with physiotherapy at home. However, several times he will show signs of weakening and not eating, low oxygen levels, and chest congestion. He was admitted for treatment of pneumonia and management of oxygen. At times, he will show a visible improvement and then a weakening. His biggest problem till the end remained not eating. At one time, his blood level went so low that he had to be transfused. In October of this year, his condition continued to deteriorate further, and he was admitted in ICU for further management. Although he was shortly transferred to the ward after being fitted with a feeding tube, his condition never improved. The battery of his pacemaker was also found to be running out, and so a new one had to be fitted. on 8th November this year, he was taken back to the ICU for low oxygen levels, low blood pressure, kidney failure, and signs of fluids in the lungs. He was planned to have dialysis on 9th November this year, when he had become unconscious, and on the same day at 23 hours while in ICU, he was pronounced dead. He had struggled for about 4 months, but finally the Lord called him to himself. Finally, the earthly pilgrimage of faith, hope, and obedience, in service spanning a period of 88 years, had finally come to an end. As the Nation newspaper once described him, Bishop Sulumeti is a story of resilience, faith, hope, and obedience. Many who met him and experienced him attest to this. The history of the church was written, a history that will continue for generations to come. Eternal rest grant unto him, O Lord. May he rest in peace.
Thank you very much, Father Simbe. For the rest,